Hi guys, it's Sebastian with Looking, Feeling, Smelling Great. I'm back with another video for you today. I have Bruno Fazzolari here with me in his studio, and today he's going to teach us how to make vanilla tincture. Right?
Right on.
Okay, so please stay tuned. So thank you so much for inviting me over to do this video. What's been going on in your fragrances world lately?
Well, it's been a big year, a lot of developments. I actually just launched new packaging. I'm very pleased with my new box and my new bottle.
Yeah, those open up really nicely.
And yes, this is my cute new box that opens like a little flower. Every one of these has a pattern that I designed that's different.
That's nice.
That kind of represents visually what I think is going on with the fragrance. I did this great collaborative project, and we'll talk a little bit about it because Vanilla Tincture was important in it, with Antonio Gardoni, the Italian perfumer. We exchanged perfumes in the mail and worked on a formula. And that launched at the Hammer Museum last May.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And comes with this little booklet. So a lot been going on.
So the vanilla that's in the fragrance is what we're going to do today.
There's actually several different kinds of vanilla in there, and one of them is Vanilla Tincture, which works really differently in a perfume than Vanilla Absolute or Vanillin, and we can talk about those differences. So there's Vanillin, Vanilla, and Vanilla Tincture. This is all sort of related to the vanilla bean, which has a nice fragrance.
Oh yeah.
But not really vanilla-like.
No,
right?
It's very woody.
Woody and fruity. So vanilla is one of these fragrances that's all over the place. It's both woody, it's sometimes smoky, it's sometimes what we traditionally call sweet. Vanilla Absolute, which is a perfumer's extraction of vanilla beans, has a very woody, it doesn't have kind of the typical vanilla profile that we think of. One of the most active ingredients that's used in synthetic perfumery is vanillin, and it's also used as a flavoring. And that is...
this one's kind of fruity, and also butterscotchy.
Butterscotchy, fruity, and then there's a little woods in the back.
Yeah, nice.
Very complex. So vanillin, and this is the most active ingredient in vanilla. Starts off kind of mild, and then builds.
Yeah. Okay.
One of the tricky things about vanillin is actually it's kind of heavy, and if you use too much, it'll get really powdery in a perfume.
Oh, wow. And
it won't really smell like dessert. It'll just smell like a huge sweet powder.
Wow.
And part of the challenge for a perfumer is to moderate the heaviness of vanillin.
I see.
So if you compare these two, they're quite different.
They're totally different. I actually like this one better.
Yeah.
So it's building. It's getting denser and heavier. It started off very light though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So vanilla beans are very expensive. One of the big turning points in modern perfumery is when it was possible to make synthetic vanilla and to have this fragrance and to be able to offer it to many people.
So vanillin is synthetic?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But it
smells so good.
It occurs in nature.
Oh.
So that the vanilla beans have vanillin in them.
Okay.
And but it's derived synthetically.
Interesting.
Right?
Wow.
So actually a lot of perfumers' chemicals occur naturally in nature, and so we isolate them, and then that's part of the process, the magic.
Okay.
So vanilla tincture is something that people can make at home. That's what we're going to talk about today. And perfumers actually use this to give a different aspect. This is one of the things that independent perfumers do, for instance, and even actually houses like Gardoni will use a vanilla tincture, which has another completely different facet. This is sort of more vanilla top note. Like at first you didn't smell a whole lot with the synthetic vanillin, but this opens up right away.
It does,
right? And there's that woody vanilla like hit right at the beginning.
It smells like cooking vanilla because I used to cook with bake with vanilla. So like when you open up the little bottles,
right?
You smell it.
Well, like this is so vanilla tincture is somewhere between the vanilla extract that you get at the store, and somewhere between Vanilla Absolute, which is a much more heavy-duty extraction of vanilla beans.
Wow, smells yummy.
So it's not that one of these is better than the other, but they all sort of have a different use in perfume.
Interesting.
And ultimately, actually, all three are used in Cadavre Exquis.
I see.
Because I wanted to give that initial hit and then to have the body that comes from the vanilla, and then also some of the complexity that comes from the vanilla.
Cool.
Absolutely.
All right, well, let's get started.
Okay. For this recipe, it's basically a recipe, we need 18 grams of vanilla beans and 50 grams of alcohol. 50 grams, if you don't have a gram scale, you can kind of fake this, and you can just pour out 50 milliliters of alcohol, which is pretty easy. This is kind of a standard sale item, a number of pods. We'll see how much this weighs out to. We have 19.37. If I take one away, we're down to 17. I'd rather this be a little stronger, so I'm gonna say this is 18, even though it's 1 gram and 30.37 over. These are really fragrant, nice to touch, kind of silky. And then the next step will be to split these and extract the seeds, and then start making our tincture. So each one of these pods is full of little tiny seeds. The vanilla is actually the seed pod of an orchid that grows in the tropics. And the seeds are so small they don't even really look like seeds. You split it lengthwise. And here you go. This goo is many tiny seeds. So it looks a little bit like almost like a I'm not sure, sticky sludge, but it's actually tiny little seeds, almost like caviar. And I'm going to be making them people can use a simple spice jar. I'll start by putting that in here. And again, just go down the side and scrape out these seeds. So actually, most of the vanillin fragrance is in these little seeds, and that's why when you go and get French vanilla ice cream, it has those little specks. That's what these are. So then the next step is to just chop these finely. So the next step will be to measure out our alcohol and pour it over, and then wait for about 3 months. Ordinarily, I would make much more than this for my lab, but I wanted to do this at a scale that people at home could kind of relate to, and one packet of vanilla beans would sort of be enough. So I'm going to use, I have 18 grams in here, and then I'm going to measure out 50 grams of alcohol. So I'll put this on my scale. Perfumers always work by weight, not by volume. So that's a predictable way to get the same result over and over again. But if you don't have a scale at home, you can just use 50 grams of alcohol. 50 milliliters of alcohol. That's pretty close. It's almost the same. Let's see, 8, 7. Went a little over, so since I'm a perfectionist, I'm going to take that out. That's my magic number. Okay, so as you can see, We have pods and alcohol. The thing to do is to come out and give it a little shake every day. That's just enough. All you need to do is keep it sort of moving once a day. And then after about 3 months, even after about a month it's good. I think it's best after about 3. You strain it through coffee filter. Before you pour it through a coffee filter, I would pour some vodka over the filter so that your filter doesn't soak up all of your tincture. So, and then you would pour this through the coffee filter and you'll have a vanilla tincture just like this.
Thank you so much for doing this for us today. That was great to see it all.
I think it's nice to sort of make it tangible and to see where the raw materials of perfume come from. It's
Yeah.
a lot of fun.
It was great, yeah. Any last words?
Have fun, enjoy it, smell
We'll
stuff.
Well, you'll give me the recipe and we can post it.
We'll post the recipe for sure.
Cool. If you have any questions or comments, please list below and we'll answer them as soon as we can. Also, please follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Like this video, please share it. Make sure you're subscribed to this channel so you don't miss out on future videos and giveaways. And also, you can follow Bruno on Instagram and Facebook, and
Please.
I'll have a link to his website as well. You can buy any of the fragrances, and even this one is still available, right?
This is exclusive to Lucky Scent and to my website. This was produced in a really small edition of 100 bottles because we worked across continents.
Okay.
Yeah. And all the rest are available at Lucky Scent, Twisted Lily,
Tiger
Lily,
and your website.
And my website.
All right. Thanks so much, guys. Have a good one. Goodbye.
Take care.